The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, glory, oh, glory.
Hands to the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against, yes, glory is destined. Everyday women and men become legends. Sins that go against our skin become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is revisiting us. True and living in us. Resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots, we on the ground. The camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, glory, oh.
Good morning. Welcome to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. You know my voice already. It's Leyvon Miller. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for letting me join you. I don't know what it is that you do at 11 o'clock, whatever it is that you do, though. I'm happy that you're doing that with me. Mark Humes. I told you all the first time that I heard that he was in charge of anything relating to the independence, anything, that I think he was going to be a dismal failure. Why? Because Mark Humes himself, in a resignation letter to the Democratic National Alliance, or during his resignation as the chairman of the Democratic National Alliance, said that he didn't even think that he should be in politics, right? And I told you, I learned this rule in the military. Never let a man be in charge that no one thought could be in charge, especially if that man is the man that's going to be in charge, right? And so we've seen any number of trip downs. You know the position I've taken against him. 4 years consecutively now, no member of the HMBS Flamingo, either posthumously or otherwise, has been recognized by this, and I'm going to call it, little National Honors List. Even though nobody that has been named on the National Honors List, including the living, breathing, functioning, sitting Prime Minister, has paid for in sacrifice to this country in a sum greater than the sum given by those that served aboard the HMBS Flamingo, whether it was with their lives or with their mental state post the Flamingo incident. Yet Mark Humes and his committee continues to somehow miss those names. I think 13 of them still left. They managed to have it as oversight. And that's what happens when you put a guy in charge that doesn't think that he himself should have ever been in a position like this one. All right, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today is Monday, and you know it's July, and you know I've promised that I am going to try as best as I can to bring as many Bahamian artists, musical artists, of course. Like, I'm not sure if I'm bringing any Bahamian rock painters on during the month. But definitely musical artists. We're going to talk about their music, talk about what they've been up to. You know, it's been the pandemic here. A lot of them have been actually putting in some work. A lot of them have actually been doing some things off of the stage. And so after a year of silence, I think it's really good to find out where they are and what are they doing with their music. The guest in studio with me this morning is the one and only, the famous Shine. Morning.
Morning, Bahamas.
I have to tell you, he looked like something out of a magazine. Right? Yeah, you got this big, I'm not used to him. I'm still not used to him in this capacity, right? Like, I still very used to the haircut and shave. And shiny shoes, right? So every time I see him pull up, he looks like the Billy Goat Gruff, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah?
different,
Yeah, different time, different thing. No problem. So tell us, Shine, what have you been up to lately? I know that you all have been having a massive uphill battle with the incompetence over there, or the ineptitude rather over there with the Independence Committee. I see you've been behind that a little bit. Tell me a little bit about that before we start.
Yeah, so we independence is fastly approaching, and they're having an independence celebration. I think the theme is "Revive Us Again" or something like that. So they decided to go full gospel, which is fine, right?
Because I like a little gospel.
Yeah, everybody does, but
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I think we're a Christian nation, but it's many aspects of the Bahamas that
Right.
we miss,
Right.
and I think we downplay. But yeah, and I don't think only gospel can revive the Bahamas. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
So having a theme like that, "Revive Us Again," I mean, I looked at it like, yeah, okay, but the problem was, they trying to twist the story that the entertainer's looking for work and this and that, rah rah bugger ray ray. But the main problem is, yeah, they have Bahamians on the show and they're singing gospel, but it's not authentically Bahamian.
But what would be the difficulty? And help me with this. What would be the difficulty if Bahamian entertainers who largely find their place of employ as night spots and three-piece band clubs, who have all been closed this entire pandemic, what would be the difficulty if those entertainers were in fact looking for employment? You still haven't identified a challenge.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a problem.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is, yeah, you're supposed to get paid for your craft, of course, but they're trying to make it seem as though twisted narrative. The argument here is, what message are we trying to send in terms of you're singing? They just had the 4th of July yesterday.
Okay.
You don't see Prophet Lawrence Roll on that stage singing Bahamian music. What I'm
Right.
trying to say is, we have our national independence, and we're singing American songs.
So what did they say was the reason for it? Like when you all inquired, did they say, okay, here's the problem right now, the kitty is kind of tight?
Of course, yeah.
don't-
That's the main thing right there. The kitty tight or budget, whatever the case may be. But you're not displaying anything cultural.
Okay.
And then I see a post something about new artists and this and that. Everybody tired of the same old. It's the difference between an artist and a singer.
Right.
You hire singers to sing American music on our Independence Day. That's the problem, yeah.
So what do you say to people then who say, well, for instance, I like Bishop Dan's Roll and Friends, right?
Yeah.
He has a couple of songs that I think are originals of his, but largely I like to hear him sing "My Chains Fell Off, My Heart Was Free." That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Some people could say, well, I don't have a difficulty with the song not
Yeah,
being
it's
originally
different. It's
Bahamian.
different opinions, but it's still the message we're trying to send.
No, I completely agree with that. There's no way it ought to be a Bahamian independence, and you leave out such a massive chunk of Bahamian
My
entertainers.
point exactly.
So are they planning on doing a smaller ceremony then? Because this sounds like just a church service then.
Yeah, it's basically
One big old church service.
Yeah,
All right.
that's the theme this year.
Okay. And you detest it because I detest it. Yeah. No problem. Mark Humes is in charge. Don't feel any way about
This is
it.
powerful.
Yeah. Outside of that, what have you been up to?
Songwriting, pushing the culture, our culture,
Sure.
the sweet teens. Getting into the production side of our music, producing myself now. So yeah, I just been working on catalog, basically.
Have you done anything outside of Nassau recently? Like, have you-
I was in Inagua a few weeks back. They had a little thing down there.
Okay.
Big up to 339. And that's basically it,
I noticed that a lot of you guys are. I don't know if I'm going to say it correctly, but I noticed a lot of you are pirating entertainment now. And what do I mean by it? I know that a lot of places are still closed down, but I'm noticing now that people are kind of getting an opportunity to squeeze Bahamian entertainers in at maybe like at their little brunches, or they can squeeze them in
Right.
at maybe a little garden festival.
Right.
Or how is that turning out?
Everybody tight budget, this and that. So I mean, you have the give and take. Some promoters and some restaurants, they really don't respect entertainment or respect artistry. You know what I mean? They expect, when they hire you, that you bring people to their place.
Okay.
But, that's not the case. Some people, they want entertainment, but they don't want to pay the price for it. And I think entertainment and artistry need the respect because we only push in our dance culture.
Right. So, okay. So, I guess then you're saying to me that the challenge is that in this very financially constrained time, people aren't seeing the need in making that investment towards the rebirth of the economy. Because I feel like this is I feel like right now the Bahamas is in what I call slingshot mode, right? And the slingshot is as back as far as it could go back.
Right.
Which isn't a bad thing because you get to alter the shot.
Right.
Right? Like you could decide what you're going to hit this time. Right? And I think that one of the things we have to do is ensure that we put the necessary things in place, put the necessary support systems in place, and that way we're able to maximize the forward draw of the shot once we make it.
Right.
And whether that looks like entertainers in our port places, whether that looks like entertainers in whatever. One thing I thought was a massive missed opportunity, right? Believe this or not, I was pulling like a record truck against the Phoenix Suns, right? Pulling like a record truck. I mean, Sean's Crane Company and had nothing on me, right? But it is because I think that they've always been quite a championship defending team.
Right.
They've always had the pieces. They somehow, it's the Obeah must be keeping them from a championship.
Put it together, yeah.
Right. And so, as you already know, the Phoenix Suns are the Western Conference champions, right?
Oh, yeah.
And DeAndre Ayton, big shout out, is a member of that team, right?
Most definitely.
So now I have to tuck my tail in and support the Bahamian boy, right? And they are colloquially called among themselves the Valley. And I said to myself, we have not had Junkanoo around this place in a year. Vaccinations, I don't think, other than old people and Grammy, I don't know who taking vaccines more than Junkanooers. No, I'm telling you, it's Grammy, Mama taking the vaccine and the Junkanoo is taking the vaccine, right? True. By now, we could have put 200. I think Bahamas Air is good for 144. We could have flown 2 jumbo jets up and down the West Coast with the Valley Boys in tow. And every stadium DeAndre Ayton get to, we don't have to guess. Feathers, bells, and goatskin drums.
You know what's happening.
And think about the advertisement pitch. We didn't have to say a word. The announcers, imagine the NBA announcers saying, well, there's one way to know when DeAndre Ayton is in the building. He's playing for the Valley, and those are the Valley Boys.
Most
they flew all the way in from the Bahamas.
I mean, to be honest, like we missed out on a lot of
massive opportunity.
A lot of opportunities.
And it didn't even have to be all Valley Boys. Like you could get a couple dudes from the Caliccas for what I care.
A combination, yeah.
Because these American people don't know no better, right? And literally, could you imagine every time the fella dunked the ball, is and it's on every major sports network in the world. Think about the advertising capital.
And to be honest, like that almost a part of the culture too. Because when you go to track meets, I know I used to run track. You had John Canoe in the stands. Hugh Campbell, you had John Canoe in the stands. You understand? It just brings a whole different fun.
And I don't imagine these things are very difficult. I imagine that if the Ministry of Tourism calls the National Basketball Association and say, hey, what's going on? Listen, I got 2 jets load of people. They're all vaccinated, still willing to take PCR tests if that is available. I'm going to put them in a bus that you don't have to pay a dime for. Give me DeAndre Ayton's schedule. And even if they don't let them in the stadium, because, they playing in bubbles, even if they don't let them in the stadium, not a problem. I just got 1,000 fellas in costumes with cowbells snap outside the stadium. They are gonna send a camera out here for us, and that is how you rebuild the product. That is how you. But once you rebuild the product, you've got to also attach the artist, right? So there could be a Shine out there singing the music that the Junkanoo group is playing.
That's all a part of reviving, right?
Right. And I don't know if I see these kinds of, but how does it make you feel as an artist when you think about, because you're not really you're responsible for the art. You know, you go out there, you write music, you make music, you
Yes.
compose music, you produce music, right?
Yes.
Do you ever kind of get worried about it? Like, is it ever, they're never going to get the logistics of this thing, right? Maybe I should just walk
Yeah,
away from this.
that always run across my mind, and like I know a few artists that they say the hell with it, you know what I mean, and they son of the soil, daughter of the soil, you know what I mean, because we really don't understand the business aspect of the music too. You know, some people thinking money in music, or you just playing on the radio or whatever, but it's actually money behind music, you know what I mean, and education need to come. Well, everybody need to be educated. That's top and bottom, and the artists, even the artists need to be educated. And it really ticked me off a few days back to hear a certain MP say, "What is BM music?" He asked the question. I don't know if he's trying to be rude or he asked that because he really don't know. What is BM music? You know what I mean? And this our own. We could do everybody
Right.
else, but nobody could do Bahamians. No one could do Junkan. No one could do Rake and Scrape, Gombe. That's our own.
Right.
And it's almost come like we be ashamed of that.
Do you think we're not putting enough effort into making it an international sound though? Like reggae is an international sound. So much so that DJ Khaled recently did a
But
collab.
when you go Jamaica, you don't hear nothing else other than that.
Right, but the sound now is. I was just watching an interview with Wendy Williams. I watch Wendy Williams. People don't kill me. Right, I was watching an interview with Wendy Williams, and she actually had Sean Paul and what is the big body black Jamaican gal name?
Spice.
Ha.
Yeah.
And that's a big body black gal. Jesus. And she was on the TV and they were talking about how this is the number one reggae song, get this, in the world. It's been voted number one reggae song in America and in South America. And it's because it's an international sound, right? And so do you ever think that sometimes the Bahamian music just isn't an international enough sound?
Well, to be honest, the song have to evolve, right? And that's some the artist. That's the mission.
Okay.
Evolve the sound, to make it more international friendly, if that makes sense. And some people against it because they feel as though we can
Take away the authenticity.
Yeah,
Right.
But in order to get it on the world stage, you have to make it attractive.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing right now for Bahamian music.
Yeah, because even DJ Khaled recently did one with, is it Buju and Capleton?
Yeah,
and,
it was a bunch of them, like
yeah,
4 of them.
right? And
artists.
I completely hated the song,
Yeah.
right? Because I want to see the Rasta man trample down Babylon. That's all I ever want to hear from the Rasta man, right? So it was kind of awkward for me to see Capleton the fireman jumping up and down in a video wearing iridescent green outfits and stuff like that and grilling chicken at the Rasta camp. I was wondering if Rastafari approve of this, but if you listen to the sound, right, like even what's his name, the one they were even able to kind of put that in there in a way that makes the sound so big that I'm sure the guy in South America could listen to that and hear it and like it and know it. Or
when you heard it, did it make you feel more Jamaican or more American?
I guess it did still have its Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though you're saying evolve the sound, you know what I mean, the artists still have their respect. So they know once Capleton or Buju on a track, you know what's coming. You know what I mean? And I just feel like we need to give our artists that same respect because we be putting in the same work these guys put in.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You can be a. What did I just say? You can be a part of this conversation. 325-4259, 325-4316. You can text me 422-4796. It's Monday. Maybe my brain's still warming up. I'm in the studio with Shine. Shine, you brought music. Let's see if we can hear some of your music.
Yeah.
So what is the last one that you wrote?
Did it on my own.
Did it? I have heard that one.
Yeah.
Do we have that? Do we have that, Kermit?
It should.
All right. Let's see what we have from Shine. Kermit, give me what you got from Shine.
Right now I feel like whining. Shake that bump up on me cause we grinding. She's a beast, I'm a bigger beast when we raking. Up one with motorbike, cause we scraping. Right now I feel like whining. Shake that bump up on me, cause we grinding. She's a beast, I'm a bigger beast when we raking. Up one with motorbike, cause we scraping. Yeah. I've been on these rocky roads before, seen a few open doors, never learned. They reject me, but still I come back for more. Persistent, this is what I do. To myself I say it true. I don't worry about you, hard-head bird, don't make a soup. I come here to carry on bad, mash up the place we mad. Grab a little thing, most one she ever had. Listen to what I say, you find out that I don't play. Like sweet Emily say, still got you going my way. Cause I don't care what the people say, yes I'm turning up. When I shake my hand and say thanks for showing up. Cause I don't care what the people say, yes I'm turning up. Rake and scrape, I got things going my way. Right now I feel like whining. Shake that bump up on me cause we grinding. She's a beast, I'm a bigger beast when we raking. Up one with motorbike cause we scraping. Yeah. Right now I feel like whining. Shake that bump up on me cause we grinding. She's a beast, I'm a bigger beast when we raking. Up one with motorbike cause we scraping. See, give me a little rake and scrape. 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 Cause I don't care what the people say, yes I'm turning up. When I shake my hand and say thanks for showing up. Cause I don't care what the people say, yes I'm turning up. Rake and scrape, I got things going my way. Right now I feel like whining. Shake that bump up on me cause we grinding. She's a beast, I'm a bigger beast and we raking. Up one with motorbike cause we scraping. Right now I feel like whining. Shake that bump up on me cause we grinding. See, she's a beast, I'm a bigger beast and we raking. Up one with motorbike cause we scraping. Put your hands up in the air, whine like you don't care. Put your hands up in the air. When you feel the music, you won't stop. Hands in the air, whine like you don't care. Put your hands up in the air. When you feel the music, you won't stop. Hands in the air, whine like you don't care. Put your hands up in the air. When you feel the music, you won't stop. Hands in the air, whine like you don't care. Put your hands up in the air. When you feel the music, you won't stop.
Text right here says, Leyvon, a part of it isn't the sound. Early Bahamian music lyricism was too niche. It was more inside a Bahamian language. Example, KB's civil servant doesn't translate well as Shine's song. The lyrics are more universal. No, this is not shade to KB in any way. Do you think the same thing? Do you think that maybe the new artists are...
Yeah, the lyrical content has to change.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wait, can I say this? I want to say this. Other than Lawrence Roll, right? Other than Lawrence Roll, right? I think my favorite Bahamian entertainer, Wendy by default. If we're talking about vocals, I am conflicted. Mm-hmm. I am conflicted. I am in a four-way conflict vocally. Yeah. I think vocally, and this is in no exact order, right? Because I don't want people to crucify me. I have allegiances, and I have to be very loyal to my allegiances.
You know, that's your opinion.
But Bahamian vocalist in the Bahamas, I think it's going to be in this order. Wendy, Charissa, laterally aligned with Anishka, and then in an awkward roundabout way, easily comfortably followed by Angel.
Well, you call some heavy hitters, so
I don't mess around. I don't mess around.
I understand.
I don't mess around. I'm in a four-way conflict, right? If we're talking about pipes, I'm talking about people that could sing.
Yeah.
Because not everybody could sing. And then this entertainer, my ace all-time #1 favorite in the entire Bahamas, followed nowhere in a close second, the Bishop Lawrence role.
Yeah, yeah.
I
a show,
don't,
man.
I don't care if you got 10 people on the stage
That's a
against
show,
Lawrence.
man.
And then I think lyrically though, one of the most comfortable, soothing lyric writers in the Bahamas is Phil Stubbs. And I think this music is so simple.
Yeah, Phil is he's a guy.
Right.
He's a godfather.
This music is so when people say the lyrics aren't international, I think Phil's lyrics are very colloquial. I think they're very niche, as the text writer says. But man, you just want to sing that whole song.
Yeah, I mean, because that in us too.
Yeah.
I understand what he's saying. You're trying to attract a different.
But I feel like age ain't nothing but a number. But excuse me, I beg. I feel like you could play that song anywhere in the world. Ask the old man and the old woman how they feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
I feel like you could play that in China and they would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there are also other people that are gaining an international song, although their music is pretty niche because I think KB's just cause she fat. I feel like that could play anywhere in the world.
You have some wicked,
And that is a very niche kind of song, right?
Yeah.
This is because it's talking about the Gussie May Bahamian gal, and that is very Bahamian.
I mean, not taken away from that. I feel like all could be worldwide.
Yeah.
It's just how you look at it.
Yeah.
So
how do we evolve it though? Like, what do we need to add to the sound or add to the lyrics to make it this international thing that people think about?
I don't think we should take nothing away from it. I mean, odd in terms of sound, maybe updating equipment, that kind of stuff. Production being better, that kind of stuff we could look at. But yeah.
Text right here says, "Good morning. Inspirational is what the Independence concert should be about. Time and space on your show won't allow me to list many of the uplifting songs that is not categorized as gospel music. Quite frankly, all songs... Sorry. What is this talking about? Quite frankly, all songs are my songs. Those who chose to limit themselves to one genre of music, that's their choice. Definitely not mine." Okay, I guess this person here is saying that they write different types of songs. Do you think you got any gospel in you? Like, you think...
Yeah.
You think you can write some gospel?
I could write. Grew up in the church. I could write.
Oh, yeah?
Gospel. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Good day. This brother has been very honest in his assessment. The local music needs international appeal. Every big international Bahamian hit outside of the Obeah Man isn't truly Bahamian in its purest sense. Who Let the Dogs Out? It's Friday night, etc. The music is too local. Then what is the problem with having it at our local independence then? That would be the perfect stage for it if that is the argument. Who Let the Dogs Out was a golden opportunity we missed for promotion. Vocals is Veronica Bishop. Man.
Auntie Ronnie.
Yeah. I like Veronica as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think she's a great Bahamian music sound writer.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs is Tell O Lie.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Timeless hit.
But man, if we talking about pipes, I think my top four is a top four. Generally agree.
Ronnie get a swag though.
We
She
could
have a
generally
swag.
agree.
Yeah,
though. Let's
she have a
generally
swag,
agree.
man.
Let's take this phone call. Good morning, caller. You're on. Caller, you there? Okay, caller. That line doesn't work. You have to give me a call on 325-4316 or 325-4259. You can call me on any one of those. Both Bishop Lawrence Roll and Phil Stubbs are from Cat Island. Big up Cat Islanders. Oh, they never let you forget it.
No, Cat Island, please.
Hey, Leyvon, compliments to the artist Shine. Style is truly dynamic. It's evolutionary in that it's modern and traditional. All at the same time, I think his style would definitely do well internationally as well. Where can we purchase his album and music? Where do people find your music?
You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on iTunes, Amazon Music. Title, the whole 9 yard. Once you type in Shine 242, you should be able to find me.
Okay. This one here says, Leyvon, I just love our Bahamian music, especially at our backyard parties that I sorely miss due to this stupid COVID. The beat of the song you just played always gets me moving. Love, love, love that rake and scrape beat. You're very correct. As a matter of fact, I actually think this is probably... Did you win an award for this song?
Yeah.
Elevation
you ought to.
Because this got to be the... this song reminds me of 1990s Jamaican dancehall. What do I mean by it? Do you know the one song that comes on and all night you ain't been dancing, but when this song come on, or like all night you didn't have a girl,
Yeah, that'll do it.
right? But when this song come on,
That'll do it.
You could tea for wine.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on.
Morning, Leyvon.
Hey, how are you?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. Vocally, I think female, Sweet Emily,
Mm-hmm.
or Miss Emily,
Mm-hmm.
she's excellent. Veronica Bishop as well, but that voice, she has such a rich voice. Randy she has a finer tone, but hands down, Emily. But in reference to our artists, I always use the term that our artists, for years, have been just allowed to die on the vine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of their spirits are broken because of, like, this has come to a head in reference to, in reference to the independence celebration.
Mm-hmm.
You have they're saying that the persons who are performing are Bahamians, but it's a gospel, I think, venue or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We need to. This is our independence, and this is where Bahamians do turn out. We may not be able to turn out because of the COVID, and they're doing it. They should do it virtually or whatever. However they do it, our secular artists should be given an opportunity to showcase their talent, because this is the first time that they ever, in over a year, that they're going to be allowed to do it. So I feel for them, and they have suffered over it, like a lot of us today, especially not being able to even get any type benefits or anything. But my question to the young man, China, you're excellent as well, you're good as well. But what I need to find out, the hotels up in Bahamas taking on back all of their staff. Atlantis is just about there. Do you have any idea of how much of the Bahamian artists who have contracts with these hotels, even the smaller venues that have a job, not just show their faces for a party or whatever, but I think going forward, our governments, whoever it is, they need to sit down and when they negotiate, that our artists, and you can, even when they go around the world promoting the Bahamas, they're only the same people go around. You can mix it up, change up every 6 months or whatever, so that the majority of them and have something on the table. And my last thing, how strong is the musicians union? Leyvon, thanks for taking my call.
Thank you very much for calling. All right, 325-4316, 325-4259. She got some questions for you, Shine.
Yeah.
What are the answers?
The hotel, I think the hotel thing run through the musicians union. If I'm wrong, I could stand to be corrected.
Okay.
In terms of hiring, usually they just hire local bands.
Okay.
If not, they have their own people doing, because the resorts, they tend to try to keep everything
right
at the resort. But they usually just hire local bands. In terms of artists, I can't quote or say who artists work to the hotel or not.
Okay.
I know I'm one of them.
Right.
So, and then no one reach out to me to say, well, this contract for that XYZ. No. And I could say a lot of artists are not a part of the music union.
Okay.
I think we should be a part of it. I'm one of them who intend to join the music union, because you can't really speak about it if you ain't really in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, in terms of the hotel, I feel as though, they should have something to say about, local artists, local bands work in the hotel for X amount of time, this contract, that contract. And I also feel like the radio need to play at least 30% of Bahamian music every day.
Why don't you all just plan the boycott? Like, why don't you all just decide, what the hell with their little thing? We are going to have 5 pop-up parking lot, socially distanced events. And if you want to listen if you want to go to church, you go.
Yeah, if you want to listen to church, then go to church.
Yeah.
If you want Bahamian music.
You come with Bahamian music.
And what I'm saying is, we have Bahamian rappers, we have Bahamian soca artists, we have all of that.
I also like Bahamian Trey, by the way.
Bahamian Trey, you know what I mean? You're part of the fight too.
Yeah.
But,
I'm typically not fascinated by Bahamian rappers, but I do like Bahamian Trey. I think as a matter of fact, do you know he's actually my second favorite Bahamian rapper?
Yeah.
Yes, Papa Smurf is my first
Papa
Bahamian.
Smurf,
I don't know how someone could authentically keep their Bahamian jargon, swag, accent, and everything to rap music that way. Like Papa Smurf has an amazing talent.
It's us.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be ashamed of it.
No, he has an amazing talent.
This us. This who we are.
But you know, sometimes people get in the studio and the studio polishes up your voice and rounds your vocal enunciations.
That's the time now because, in order to be on the radio and be certain, you'd have to have a certain...
Yeah, it got to be polished.
Yeah.
But Papa Smurf is out of the bush, Bahamian dialect, in a way that I think is still international.
That's us.
It is amazing.
That's us.
Let's read a couple more of these text messages. Mr. Miller, send me your email. I will send you a great Bahamian group and songs. Okay, no problem. Or just send it to me via Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, Leyvon Miller. That's my real name, Leyvon. You all spell it kind of strange, but that's how you spell it. You can send me anything that I usually answer back within 24 hours. Let's take a call. Good morning, call. You're on. Call, you there?
Yes, hello?
How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, I just wanted the person who said charming but Bahamian. Like I said, the government lost a good opportunity when Bahamian had that number one song, Who Let the Dogs Out. They could have used that for promotion. And I heard Isaiah saying he was trying to reach out to them, do promotions for them. They probably wouldn't even cost government a dime. They were to do that. And right then, everybody was into Who Let the Dogs Out, and we just squander it. And what I'd like for you to do is put out an offer for MP Humes to come on your show and to explain to the Bahamians so we could really ask him some questions of how he came to that decision that he made. All right, thank you.
No, appreciate you very much. 325-4259, 325-4316. Text right here says, great show as usual. As your guest, ask your guest if he could do a collaboration with KB.
That ain't no problem. KB got to be up to that.
All right. Great discussion, gents. I believe it all comes down to exposure. On YouTube, I've seen reggae concerts in Germany and other places where English isn't even their main language, but the crowd goes
crazy.
The crowd sings localized Jamaican reggae songs word for word. So in my opinion, the key is for Bahamian music to just be given a big break to show the world how great our music is and how talented our artists really are. And I think that the best place to do it would have been, right?
Yeah.
With the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
Right, like think about this. DeAndre Ayton is 22. According to Michael Thompson, he's probably going to be the face of Bahamian athleticism for the next 15 years. That's not Leyvon Miller saying that. Michael Sweetbell Thompson said that, right? Yeah. You know, they got this whole ad with him walking up and down in Bahama, living, what do they call it? The Bahamian dream, whatever that nonsense is. It's amazing how you all could find these fellas when they hit celebrityism, right? It would have been so wonderful. So wonderful. Like, the world is watching DeAndre Ayton. See, because let me tell you what they don't remember. Last year, we was wondering if the dude would even have an NBA contract.
Right.
Because he wouldn't stop smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
All right?
I remember.
And we had to suspend him for 21 games. Ain't nobody come to his rescue.
No.
And he gone through that. He weathered his storm. And he said, you know something? I come in to kill these dudes this lap.
Yeah.
And this year, he out there playing like marijuana is a joke. He playing like a man on coke. He out there playing like I want him to pee in a cup again.
Yeah, that's true.
He playing like he on something special, right?
Man, shout out to them though.
Big shout out to DeAndre Ayton. And it's all fun. It's all be poking fun. But that boy out there, he playing basketball, right? And so now, I mean, what a wonderful story of revival, right? And so he's come back and he's purged himself of his transgressions. He's a renewed man. Oh, hallelujah.
I like the word you use.
Yeah.
Revival.
Yeah. And so now you have him on the primary basketball stage in the world, bigger than the European Association, bigger than every other, the South American Association, bigger than every association in the world. Mm-hmm. What better time to have a Bahamian boy just corralled by Bahamian love and support? I mean, can you imagine when every airport DeAndre Ayton shows up at, when they do travel for the games. Imagine every place that he shows up at, where they do any public anything during this time. There is a group of feathers out there with dudes just shouting Davale, Davale. And you know, like a Shine, a Bodine, or anybody busting out of the
to
crowd.
represent
right now,
the
I feel like
Bahamas.
whining.
Something.
This would be phenomenal.
We don't have no one to the bat for us. The bat, that kind of dream. Because you don't know
They should pay me.
You
They
don't know
should-
the
they should
person
pay me, let me
thinking
come do
like
it for
that.
them.
You understand what I'm saying? Nobody.
Do you realize that every time this boy steps on the court, the words "the Valley" are big across his chest, right?
Yep.
I mean, the Valley boy should have built one banner piece so big it should have been big like Bahama.
Yeah.
Right? And just push it down the street of Phoenix every day. Just push it. Yeah, I'm not making this up. And they probably could build a life-size styrofoam lead piece of DeAndre Ayton.
They could.
It would be magical. Let's take a phone call. Good morning, caller. You're on.
Oh, is that?
Most things are.
All right. Hi, good morning to the guest.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Miller, let me ask you a question. I mean, for what I've gathered, is as you have that gentleman as an entertainer, is I want to ask him, is there any entertainers going to be a part of this, whether it's virtual or whatever, independent celebration that you know about, sir?
He said only gospel artists.
Well,
As far as he's
Gospel
aware.
singers.
Yeah, gospel singers.
Bahamian gospel singers, I assume.
Yeah. They're going to be Bahamian, right?
yeah,
I think I saw
hope
the
so.
list today.
Yeah.
Charissa,
Yeah.
Denzel and Friends. These are all Bahamians.
They're not singing.
Right, but okay, like I want to ask the gentleman another question. Like you, who basically I follow up on your music. I don't listen to it much, but I must give it to you. You can handle yourself.
Thank you.
How do you feel as a Bahamian entertainer, knowing that independence, which is supposed to be I think this is our greatest achievement as Bahamians, first of all,
Right.
and as black people from 1973.
Right.
How do you feel not participating along with your other entertainers?
Like I don't have any problem watching independence if an entertainer, it don't really have to be me as an artist on the stage, right? But I just feel like we miss out so much aspects of our independence. Yes, we are a Christian nation, but it's so much aspects we miss out. You know what I mean? You have Gombe, Rake, and Scrape, John Canoe. None of these things happening, and from my understanding, it's a virtual situation.
Right, that's what I understand too.
So by it being virtual, all of this could have been planned, where you have your gospel segment and you have
That's right.
your secular segment and you have your virtual jungle, whatever it may be.
Because the reason why I mean I know what's going on. The reason why I asked you that question, I had the opportunity to speak to her entertainer this weekend, and she said to me, she said she feels so ashamed living in a country, right, that when she had the opportunity to go to Canada, she didn't go. But she that's one of her biggest mistakes. She didn't go. And you know something, brother, I ain't gonna lie to you. All of y'all, KB, Gino D, Irish, or Emily, y'all known, the names that I consider them to be in somewhat legends of this country when it comes to Bahamian music.
They are.
And you don't think the government see fit to put one of them, a couple of y'all, even as virtual, even if y'all sing one song, bro?
That's what I'm saying, and I felt like
How do you feel as a Bahamian? You don't feel insulted?
yeah, it's a slap in the face. It is. It is a slap in the face.
And before I go, Mr. Miller, Pencil, who did that video? Hey, bro, hats off to you, brother. Stand up for your people. Stand up for entertainers. Stand up for your music people. Y'all continue to stand up, my brother.
All right, Duet. Thank you. Let's take another one. Good morning, caller. You're on. Let's take another call, Kermit. Good morning, caller. You're on. Not there. Well, since Kermit already playing it, you might as well introduce this song and let the people know what.
Yeah, this the new single.
Yeah,
I did it on my own. Just listen to the words.
I did it on my own, did it on my own. I walked through the fire, barefoot shoes run away. What I would have been if I did listen what people say. I move in my treasure, won't fall under the pressure. Don't trouble no water, baby. Don't rough no feather, baby. I don't need nobody. I did it on my own, did it on my own. When I was young, mama told me to never beg. Now I go up and I get heads. Going myself. I never speak of what I don't know. Hit the studio, master note. Before I got to come mash your roads. Ain't wait my time, ain't gonna cost me do nothing wrong. I'll pay for your backside and go make another hit song. These people will hate you because you open one little account. This ain't Bamboo Boy, I know come. This ain't over this for your mouth. Never gets me slipping. Take on life like a whipping. Right back into the licking. Finger licking my chicken. I did it on my own. Cause I don't need nobody. I did it on my own. Did it on my own. I walked through the fire. Barefoot shoes run away. What I would have been if I didn't listen what people say. I move with my pleasure. Don't fall under the pressure. Don't trouble no water, baby. Don't ruffle no feather, baby. I don't need nobody. I did it on my own. Did it on my own. I did it. Yes, I did it on my own. I did it. Yes, I did it on my own. I did it. Yes, I did it on my own. I did it. Yes, I did it. I did it. Yes, I did it on my own. I did it. Yes, I did it on my own. I did it. Yes, I did it on my own. I did it. Yes, I did it. I did it. Yes, I did it. 'Cause I did it. Yes, I did it on my own. I did it. Yes, I did it. 'Cause I did it. Yes, I did it.
When you really need to save big, you need to shop Super Value and Quality supermarkets. Rainbow Spaghetti and Meatballs 14.8-ounce can, 3 for $3.19. Promo's Peanut Butter 18-ounce jar, $2.89. Amalanda Fresh Milk 33.8-ounce size, $1.39. Green peppers, $1.49 per pound. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, $1.09 per pound. Working hard every day to keep your prices down. That's Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
In life, there are always challenges. Today, we find ourselves having to be more self-sufficient, socially aware, and technically savvy. At J.S. Johnson, we are committed to our customers by providing cost-effective insurance solutions. No matter what your insurance needs, we will always be here for you. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com. J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, giving you peace of mind.
As a people, Bahamians are anxious about the future. Feeling down and out, unsure in these unprecedented times? We need to believe that love's coming back. Join us Tuesday, July 13th at 11 a.m. at orcd.co/Love's Coming Back for the virtual launch of Love's Coming Back, an inspiring new anthem from Grammy Award-winning founding member of the Eurythmics, songwriter, producer Dave Stewart, which will premiere globally at 12 noon. Presented by Bay Street Records, Bahamas National Trust, and BrylandAid.org.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Get a little itch every time you walk in. Just give me a little bit of your time. I really wanna know, baby, what you offering. Whatever left there, I will buy. The way you talk, girl, I can lose it. Even when you bat your eyes. Church tomorrow and I ain't going. Give you my offering and my tithes. You got the realest wine, a minute of your time, please. I take the lead this time. I'm trying to make you mine.
Yeah, so this the unsafe one from Shine. This the one that Shine tell the girl he can give her his offering and his tithe. I grew up in the Church of God. We can't get away with that. I got to carry my offering and tithes. The church. I know you can let the Catholics can do anything they want. You know, but us Church of God people. No, my offering and tithes is go to church, miss.
Yeah.
And I invite you to go to church. Because, you know, you ain't look like you saved. What's all this whining thing you doing here?
Yeah.
I know. That don't look Church of God sanctioned to me. Text right here says, look, when you all can tie, we into Reagan scrape, it will go into national like reggae. It's all about the before now illegal draw of reggae. It's associated with bad man stuff. And then Jamaicans are all over the world pushing their reggae. What do you say? What do you say to people who say, man, Bahamians don't have nothing to sing about?
I ain't no true. I ain't no true.
No?
We have everything to sing about.
Yeah.
We have everything to sing about, just like other Jamaicans can sing about whatever they want to sing about. And not all reggae music bad.
I agree.
Even though
we definitely know all ain't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overly salacious sometimes, but not bad.
No.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Miller. I feel that the treatment of the secular musicians, the treatment that the secular musicians are receiving had been brought on by the musicians themselves. I've heard Bahamian musicians playing in the hotel properties, and their playlist was more American and reggae. Do you think Bahamians are making enough music? Like, you think Bahamian artists are putting music out fast enough for us to enjoy?
I think, like I say, it's a national thing. Top, bottom, middle, the people in charge, and the artists. You have to hold everybody accountable. And the artists really do need to put out more music. And I could agree with that. But that takes time and money also.
Someone here is saying that DeAndre never tested positive for marijuana. I'm sure he did.
He was suspended for 21
games, I think it was. Yeah. Good morning, Leyvon. And they were considering whether or not they wanted to resign him. Good morning, Leyvon. How dare you mention Bahamian vocalists and not mention Synovia Pierre? Secondly, as a lifelong member of the Great Valley Boys, 38 years, I loved the idea. In fact, I just mentioned this to some of my shack mates Saturday before we rushed for our fallen brother Munch. Yeah, and to Levanya Seafood. Please have my condolences. She's such a delightful human being. And her brother is very dear to her. Life sucks. And, hopefully you find peace. You had to be listening in on our conversation. The problem is old leaders and new vision. We'd have to change for change. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you very much, text writer. Miller, most Bahamians don't like Bahamian music. Check out all the cars with the big sound. They don't play Bahamian music. Why? When Bahamians start loving our music like they love reggae, then Bahamian music will fly. That's what I say. This here says, Aiden, born in the Bahamas, of a Nigerian father and a Jamaican mother, both of whom are Bahamian citizens. Okay. However he became. Good morning, Mr. Miller. Are you a PLP today or an F&M? You only let the wit talk because he and you is PLP. Okay. I like to just call myself Elsa and Leyvon's son. That's all the title I ever swear. That's my music. What time is it? We out of time, Shine.
Time what? Wow.
Yeah, we out of time. So give people all your handles. Let them know where they could find you. And let them know what to expect. Kermit, let's go to Shine last song. The one with the tithes and offering, the unsaved one. So tell people where they could find you and how to get in contact with you.
You can find me on Facebook, Shine Bahamas, on Instagram, Shine242 Bahamas. You could also find me on YouTube. You could stream me live on YouTube. You could find me on Spotify, Shine242, iTunes, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, the whole nine. You could Shazam all my music. If you hear it on the radio, if you download the app, Shazam, just put it right to the radio, pull it right up. So, feel free to stream or purchase.
All right. Appreciate you very much for coming, buddy. It's Independence Month, all Independence Month, every Monday and Friday. I have a Bahamian entertainer in here, even if I got to wrap them down. I going over to see Bishop Lawrence Rule. I've been there twice and I can't see the Bishop. Bishop, I come in to see you. If you know him, tell Bishop, Leyvon say he come in to come see him right now.
Right now.
All right? Anyway, I'm Leyvon Miller. It's Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, the station for fresh news and smart talk. Don't move. They've got the news. It's happening now.
Make you mine, hey, I need you to come my way. Come on, baby, don't play. I'm feeling like this is my day, hey, so I'll say